One of the things that people simply don't understand is how the immune system works in the human body. Today we're going to answer that age-old question, can you actually boost your immune system either naturally or synthetically? And I think the answer might shock you in more ways than one. So the long answer to that question is yes, it can be boosted naturally. But the short answer is technically no. Now stay with me. We're gonna go over how the immune system works, and I think that you're going to kind of grasp what I'm saying way before we even get halfway into this. I have some information written down that I'm gonna read to you, so if I'm looking down at any point, that's what I'm doing. I'm actually looking at my slides from the herbalism course that I'm putting together for you guys. This one specifically is about viruses, cold and flu season, and how to naturally navigate that. Now, it's not done yet. It's gonna be out in January sometime, as long as I can stay on track. And it's essentially a smaller version or a piece of the big herbalism course that I'm working on over the next 6 months. But I know a lot of you really have so many questions about cold and flu season and viruses, how to naturally navigate them. So I'm trying to get this one together for you in January, but this video is not about that. I will link in the description below some more information, but all right, let's talk about the immune system. Now, each individual person has an immune system, and the immune system's job is 3 different things. It's to fight disease-causing germs, which are called pathogens, like bacteria, viruses, parasites, or fungi, or even toxins. Let's say you're at the gas station and you're pumping gas. Well, gas is a chemical toxin, and so your immune system is actually fighting that as well. And basically its job is to remove them from the body. Now, what happens is you have a pathogen come into your body, and your body recognizes and neutralizes the harmful substances from those pathogens. Not only that, but from the environment around you. So like I was saying, if you're at the gas station, or if there's something burning and it can be toxic to your lungs. Your immune system isn't just there to fight viruses and bacteria and the common cold. The immune system is there to basically keep you healthy. It has more jobs than just the average virus. And then finally, what it does is it fights disease-causing changes in the body, such as cancer cells. So your immune system is literally this bodily function, like any other system in your body, that is constantly working, okay? There's always environmental things you're coming into contact with. There's always various different viruses and bacterias and funguses that you are having to work through. Now, what happens is your immune system, essentially, when a virus or a pathogen comes in, it has antigens. And so your body recognizes, well, not right away, unless you had it before. I'm getting ahead of myself. Your body sees those antigens, and those antigens attack your cells. The immune system's job is to go after those antigens and kill them. What happens is you have 2 different immune systems, and I know that sounds weird. You have to do 2 different parts of your immune system. We're going to go over that in just a second. But I want to talk about activating the immune system. So different things can activate your immune system, but normally when antigens, or the proteins on the surface of that bacteria and fungus and viruses, attach to special receptors in your immune cells, the immune system is activated. So it kind of lays dormant until it needs to be activated. Once the body comes into contact with an antigen for the first time, it stores away information about that antigen so that the next time it comes into contact with it, it can fight it better. And that's part of the adaptive immune system that we'll get to in just a second. Now, before we go any further, there is very common nowadays autoimmune responses. That's with autoimmune diseases. And so unfortunately, your body's own cells have proteins as well. And so when your body doesn't recognize those proteins, it can actually attack itself, which causes an autoimmune response. And that's when you get autoimmune diseases like Hashimoto's and various different things. And your body is actually attacking itself. So in herbalism, there are some herbs that you want to stay away from because they can interact with that. Now, you have two immune systems. I'm going to throw up a graphic right here so you can kind of go over it with me. You have the innate immune system that you were born with. This immune system is basically your first responder. When something is happening inside the body, when this system recognizes an invader, it goes into action immediately. The invader is killed inside the immune system cells, and these cells are called phagocytes. Now, that's your first system, okay? That's your first line of defense. Your second line of defense is your adaptive immune system. So this is an acquired immune system. With help from your innate immune system, it produces antibodies for specific antigens. After the body has been exposed to the invading antigens, the adaptive immune system is what remembers important information so that it can fight that antigen better next time. So your immune system has an innate immune system and an adaptive immune system. That's really hard to say when you're trying to say it fast. Your first portion of your immune system is what you're born with. It's what is working constantly. It's your first responder. When something is happening, it is on call, okay? The second part of your immune system is your adaptive immune system. And that is really important because that is the system that remembers all the antigens you've come in contact with. So the common cold, influenza, the new virus. Now, it varies from virus to virus and from immune system to immune system. That's really important as to how long your body will remember those antigens. If something like measles, most people, I would say 99% people have lifelong immunity to the measles when they get it. So there are various different aspects of that we don't have time to go into today, but just keep that in mind when you're thinking about your immune system. Now, I'm not going to go into in-depth portion of how your immune system works. There are many organs that make up your immune system, like your adenoids, your bone marrow, your lymphatic vessels, your spleen, your tonsils even. So people who don't have tonsils, that can be a thing, but we're not going to go in depth in that. If you want to learn more about that, you can definitely take the course once it's available. But so the age-old question that we're really trying to get to here is, can you boost your immune system? So if you understand what I'm saying in the first part of this video about how the immune system works, then you might notice that there's really no way, let me just preface this with, there's no miracle drug or miracle herb that you can take that is going to immediately make your immune system efficient, okay? That starts with your lifestyle, what you eat, what you drink, what kind of lifestyle you have. If you have a sedentary lifestyle, if you're sitting all the time and you're not active, that can contribute to a bad immune system, a non-efficient immune system. The efficacy of our immune system is really based on how healthy we are. As with anything, if you are not a healthy person, then your heart isn't going to be healthy. You might have heart issues, heart attacks, cholesterol issues. Those are all symptoms of not living a healthy life. Of course, it can be genetics as well, but generally not living a healthy lifestyle. So your immune system isn't any different, okay? Just like with heart disease and different things like that, there's no diabetes, for example, there's no miracle drug or miracle herb that's going to get rid of diabetes and heart disease. There are certainly drugs and herbs that you can take to help lessen symptoms and help heal, but there's nothing that's going to cure it. So think about that when you're thinking about the immune system. When you see, I think we're using the wrong term. I'm guilty of it as well. We use the term boosting the immune system. That's really not possible. You really can't boost the immune system because it's just a system that's actively working all the time. But what you can do is you can change your lifestyle to create a healthier immune system, and you can actually support your immune system. And what I mean by that is that there are herbs that can help activate your immune system. That's the first thing. So herbs like astragalus, and I'll link all of this information below. There are several studies showing that the herb astragalus can actually activate your immune system. So we put this in our elderberry syrup, and basically how it works is we take our elderberry and astragalus syrup if we're going out in the day. So what that means is our immune system is already activated and on standby, which it normally isn't, when we go out and come into contact with those pathogens. What would happen normally is, which is still can be very efficient, but you would go out and you would come in contact with those pathogens, and your immune system wouldn't activate until it senses those pathogens and antigens, okay? So if you take an herb like astragalus and elderberry and immune stimulating, immune activating herbs, then you can already have your immune system activated before you come into contact with those pathogens and antigens. So that's one way to support your immune system so that it's activated and ready to go. Boosting it is the wrong term. Boosting it brings across the idea that you can take an unhealthy immune system and you can heighten it to a sense of being a healthy immune system. And that's not true. That doesn't come with a miracle herb or a miracle drug. That comes with changing your lifestyle and creating a healthier immune system rather than a boosted immune system. So that's the first way that you can support your immune system. There is also where you can take an herb like elderberry, and elderberry has been proven to inhibit the activity and the process of the influenza antigens attaching itself to your bodily cells. So in 2009, elderberry became really popular during the H1N1 virus, and there were studies that truly showed that elderberry had the ability to inhibit the H1N1 virus from attaching to your cells. And therefore it inhibited the process of them duplicating, and many people didn't get sick, and many people as a preventative, and other people didn't get as sick. As well, it lessened the symptoms of the virus because they weren't replicating. You just had some of the virus, not a totally blown up replicated virus in your body. So you can take herbs like elderberry to fight with your immune system. You'd never want to take herbs and supplements to do the job of your immune system. That kind of isn't how this works. But you can take herbs to support your immune system. So it's especially important if you have a weakened immune system to take something like elderberry on a regular basis, or to take it if you're already sick, so that your immune system isn't fighting as hard. You're kind of getting in there and helping it get its job done, but you're not actually deterring the immune system from doing what it's supposed to do. So you can support your immune system and help it out a little bit, but boosting it isn't technically possible. If you already have an unhealthy immune system, it's normally because you have an unhealthy lifestyle. So I would start there. I would really encourage you to live an active lifestyle, an organic lifestyle, to really keep in mind of the things that you eat, the things that your environmental toxins, all of these contribute to a weakened immune system. So if your body is let's say you're you're in a place of work where you're constantly working around airborne chemicals, you're constantly working around environmental things, mold or different various things like that, your immune system is actively fighting off those toxins and pathogens and antigens. So what happens is when you actually come into contact with the virus, your body's over here fighting your daily issues, your bad habits, your smoking habits, your diabetes, your heart disease, all of these things that you're dealing with because you have an unhealthy lifestyle. If it's over here fighting that constantly, and then oop, here comes this virus, well, it's busy fighting this, and now it's got to add this to its plate. You see what I mean? So that's a weakened state of your immune system. So what we need to do and concentrate on and educate people on is how to support your immune system, live a healthier lifestyle, get rid of those toxins if possible, try to heal the body from diabetes and high blood pressure and high cholesterol and things that can be helped, truly can be helped. And then you can take supportive herbs to support your immune system, whether it's elderberry to help prevent cold and flu, or whether it's astragalus to activate your immune system before you head into work, or before you get on that airplane, or before you go to grandma's for Christmas, or whatever it is. you know, these are things that we should really be educating people on. And I'm hoping that I'm educating you in a lot of ways, because that's what I want to do. So I see a lot of bad information out there about the immune system. We talk a lot about boosting the immune system, and that's not the wrong word, but it's been misconstrued a lot. And so, can you boost your immune system naturally? No. You can't boost your immune system. Your immune system is only as healthy as it is. But you can support your immune system with herbs and herbal remedies, and you can make your immune system healthier by making your whole body healthier. Remember, as I always say, your body is a whole. Herbs and herbalism are whole plants. And so we want to look at the whole body and the whole plant, instead of treating this like pharmaceutical companies and doctors, where we just do little pieces of the body that are hurting, like diabetes. Well, we're going to try to fix diabetes, but we're going to forget about the rest of the body. You know, it doesn't work that way. And studies, many studies show it doesn't work that way in any type of health issue. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you got some good information from it. I do have my elderberry and astragalus recipe linked in the description of this video so that you can find it. I have the information for the herbalism course I'm working on. If you want to be one of the first to find out when it's available, you can subscribe to my free e-newsletter and get that information. And until next time, I hope that you have a wonderful day, and happy homesteading and happy herbing.